Today we're going to also discuss the people in our neighborhood and talk about community workers. What does that mean? We're talking about people in our community. And a community is where where we live and who works in our community. Well, let's think about that for just a few minutes. We've just gone over the post office unit. So the first person we could think about is our postal workers. And we have the mailman or the postal carrier. We have that person, he or she, who delivers our mail. Well, that's a person in our community. The next thing I want us to take a look over here, and what I have is I have a little area, a little community, a little picture of the community. And the first one we talked about already was the postal workers and the post office. But if we keep continuing and we walk around our sidewalk and walk around the community, we see that we also have bankers. Now, what do bankers do? They work in a bank. And do they just give out money for free? No. People put their money into the bank and they're able to take out the money when they need it. So that's another person in our community would be our banker. Well, who else is in our community? Okay, well, we have over here, we have our fire department. Now, what does the fire department do? Well, they are there in emergency situations. Do we just call them whenever we want? No, we don't. We only call in emergencies, and they put out fires. And they have those big red trucks. Take a look at that red truck they have there. And this is what they drive to put out the fire. Well, let's keep walking. And now we have our police officers. And a police officer, again, somebody that we call in an emergency situation. Who knows the number we call if there's ever an emergency? It's 911. And do we just call 911 whenever we want to call it? No, you don't. We only call in an emergency. So the police officer, if you ever needed him, he could help you with anything. And you would ask him, maybe you're lost and you need help. You would go find the police officer and he would help you and take you where you needed to go, or call your parents to help you. So let's continue walking along. And now we have our grocery store. We have the people who check you out, the cashier. You have the baggers, people who put your items into the bag. You have people who work in the store to manage the store. So those are people in our community. Again, we're coming out of the grocery store and now we're walking to the library. Who knows what the person is called who works in the library? Well, he or she is a librarian, and that person helps us with books. And what do we do in the library? Well, in the library, you can go and you can pick out a book. If you have your library card, you can check out a book and you borrow it. What does it mean to borrow something? It means that you get to take it home for about a week, but then you have to bring it right back. And that is the person who takes care of that, our librarian. And she works in the library. So let's review. In our neighborhood and in our community, you have certain people and certain community workers who help us. First person we have is the firefighter, the police officer, the grocery workers, the librarian. Did I forget? We also have one other thing. How about where we are today? A school. And who do you find in a school? Well, you find teachers in a school, and you find principals in a school, and of course you find students. So that is also part of our community, and that also ties in with our whole entire area right here.